This class is about lateral thinking. It's about problem solving. And that's not something that can easily be taught. It takes a certain amount of practice and a certain amount of guidance. I'm happy to help with that because it's not about what you think, it's about how you think. I think that a lot of the way to help students when it comes to programming is teaching them how to help themselves.
I wouldn't say it's the most difficult class in the world. You know, there is definitely some sort of difficulty to it in the sense like you have to put some effort into it, but it's not the most difficult class, at least for me.
I think the most difficult assignment in my class is probably the palindrome checker. So this is a recursively structured assignment that uses this idea of recursion, which is having a method call itself, which is a really complicated programming concept because the thing that I say about this assignment and that whole unit is this is simple, but it's not easy.
I would say my favorite thing is probably the Unity start with the rollerball project because like in this class we use Unity, which is a game engine, but it's very good as like a stepping stone project into like how Unity works and like how the process is of making a game. But there's a lot to say that is really fun about this class.
My favorite moments from this class always come when a student gets that sort of aha moment in developing a love for programming, because once it starts to make sense to certain people, they realize that even though they've never seen coding before in a lot of cases, that this is something that they love to do. Some of them have been extremely successful in the computer science field and they started that journey here, which is just the most exciting thing in the world for a teacher to hear. It's like, oh, I changed your life in a meaningful and demonstrable way. That's really cool. I think that every student should take a programming course. I think that programming should probably replace math at the high school level.
From the amount of work you're doing in this class, what opportunities can you gain from this?
So opportunities in the computer science field are still pretty abundant, even though the field is shifting a little bit. There's a lot of database management jobs out there. There's a lot of software engineer jobs out there. I have former students who are making six figures working for big companies that you've heard of.
Although I've had like previous experience with game design as I took it out when COVID was happening, I've already done it enough to where like it's a pretty good stepping stone. And plus, like, let's say the main career path for me doesn't work out, then I have already more experience with a secondary career path, which could be game design.
Beyond the core aspects of the class, it seems as if the students have developed a community inside of it.
The Sanborn shop, which is, hold on, I actually have one right now. You get these bonus bucks every time you either do good in like a week, like you don't play on your phone, whatever, or if you answer some sort of questions like in the Sanborn shop. There's definitely a community aspect to it because like not only do we have to work together and communicate with each other on certain projects and stuff, like especially at the very end, because like the last like 20 minutes of class you get like free time. You get to like play on like the Switch that's in there, a whole bunch of stuff. You get to just bond without like having to just do sole work. Like you can bond with the free time aspects.
I am nowhere near the end of my career yet. I think I can point to what I was like 10 years ago as a teacher when I started this particular class and what I am like now and say I'm definitely a better teacher than I was. I don't think I was a terrible teacher back then, but you'd have to ask my students, I guess.